All right, so here is my makeup collection. Every drawer is full to the brim. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to organize this. I'm probably going to use Ziploc bags for a good majority of it. And then this is my suitcase. This is my big suitcase. And then I have the little one just in case. But I'll be using blankets and prayers. And there's my dog. All right, wish me luck. All right, still need to pack all this, but this is how we're looking. This is all the makeup I'm taking with my, personal stuff. And pretty good. All right, it barely fit in this suitcase. The overflow is in this little one, and my clothes are in there. Hello, and welcome to my beauty storage. So I'm going to make an attempt to film myself putting away my makeup. These drawers are small enough that everything is accessible. That being said, I am still going to put the stuff I like least in the back and the stuff I like more in the front. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my foundations. So to help me keep those organized, I bought this on Amazon. What I like about it is it moves to fit any drawer size. I'm sure this is for the kitchen originally. I'm going to start with the foundations that I enjoy least. So I've already done declutters, so I've already ranked all of my foundations, and I don't want to be repetitive with that. So I'm going to fast forward through this part. My top two foundations are the NARS Light Reflecting and the Chanel No. 1. My favorite for everyday is the NARS because it's slightly more hydrating, and my favorite for special occasions at night, at least, is the Chanel No. 1. My two favorite concealers, well, my number 1 is the Kosas, number 2 is the Kulfi. The only reason Kulfi is number 2 is because it's a little more luminous than I would prefer. I don't like to really draw attention to my under eye. And then most recently, I just picked this up from Natasha Denona. I got shade N4, and I'm actually doing a wear test today. That will always go up on Instagram first. That's where I post everything initially, and then I am going to talk about it in a video coming up soon. So that's it for my foundations and concealers. Next up, I'm going to do my high-end eyeshadows that are not Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona. So I'm gonna get rid of all of my Viseart palettes first. I have to say I'm really over Viseart. My favorite palette from them is the Neutral Mattes. This is useful. The rest of these I don't need. I don't reach for them because as much as I do like their matte formula, and I have a video talking all about this too, as much as I like their matte formula, their shimmer formula leaves a lot to be desired. Now I'm gonna do my indie palettes. Now Natasha Denona. So this is my least liked Natasha Denona palette. The Sunset palette, I just think this is super ugly and I don't like the performance. So it always goes in the back and on the bottom. Now for Pat McGrath. All right. This starts out easy because this guy goes in the back. I made a mistake yesterday. I thought I had more draws for eyeshadow than I do. So I do have my Pat McGrath and my Natasha Denona. However, this can't be Natasha Denona only. The way my collection is right now, I have plenty of room for other things. So this is where I put my Patrick Ta, my Makeup by Mario, some of my singles, things that are just about on par with Natasha Denona, but it doesn't have to be exclusively that. Then I have my indie draw. This is where I had to cut some fat because I really need my next draw to be for my eyeliners and things of that nature. So the way this was before I packed, it was overflowing. I couldn't find anything and it was kind of a nightmare. So I have made this just the cream of the crop. So my Glaminatrix, my Unearthly, my What's Up Beauty Dragon palette. I have Natasha Denona in here. I have my singles collection, Odin's Eye, and Adept Cosmetics. So there might be some other things, but those are the main ones. And then this, I just vacuumed this. There's already dog hair in it. This is going to be eyeliners, mascaras, things of that nature. So I have these little dividers. These don't work fantastically well. If I were to start over with these, I would maybe find different draw dividers. But these were, you know, cheap, and these aren't that cheap, so I didn't want to spend that much. My makeup costs enough. I don't need to spend a fortune on storage. I'm probably gonna come across more. I realize you can't actually see what I'm doing here. I'll take a picture and insert it. So I'm gonna do this side for a while because I realize you can't actually see what I'm doing over here. So in this draw is where I try to do this in order. So I do foundation. I would put bronzer here because that's technically bronzer and contour, but this draw is my broken draw. So I'm actually gonna put my bronzer and contour in here only because I don't open and close it quite as much as I do my blush draw. So blush is going to go next. primers. All right, I'm gonna turn this off in a second. The rest is all brushes and poofs, thank God. I don't know how this stuff like multiplied in my suitcase, but I swear it did. So I'm fresh out of steam. As you can see, I still have a couple of things left, but the bag is pretty much empty. That's almost empty. And these are my purgatory boxes. These, I should probably just dump them and not think twice about it, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. I need a little more paint first, and then I'll throw them away. That's what's left of what I took with me in the hotel. So we're at as good as we're gonna get for now. This is what everything looks like after the big move. Yikes. I have to say I'm abusing my overflow draws right now. So I'm not totally done, but like I said, some of the eyeshadow is a little bit easier to access now, and I'm probably gonna have to do this again.